Of the season, what a nice completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. To throw is Wilson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Mostert. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. That swung out to Mostert. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford.
This goes out wide for Drake.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
I'm the best in the game.
Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Boyd, 60 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Play action. Now Wilson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Josh Allen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 7-7, our score after 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught off a deflection. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is recovered by the Chargers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Charger drive about to get going. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 25 yards that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, it's Drake, and he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. Wilson. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Josiah DeGuara.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. He dumps it off to Drake.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. We'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
It's complete to Fuller. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Shifts by at the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks.
And got his man complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, Drake. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On the sneak, it's Stafford, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Matthew Stafford keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's Eric Harris who picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Going deep this time for Miller. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Scotty Miller, 50 yards.
And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Koo for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Washington 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got Fuller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Washington first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 0-0-0. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Mike one. Mike one.
Now Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Stafford.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. On 4th down, Stafford. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And some space here. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On 1st and goal, Drake. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Again, it's Drake.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Drake.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, 14. Watch the single. Alert, alert, alert.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up Mostert. Hit, and he drops the ball. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. On 1st down, Drake. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Right back to Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Scotty Miller. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead